break. Now we will work out the computations, how to determine the optimal transfer prices. There are two scenarios as I explained. First basis, market-based transfer prices. Market-based transfer prices. If I give a summary, in a market-based transfer pricing is suitable when perfect market exists. Perfect market කියලා කියන්නේ supplying division එකේ product එකට ඇති තරම් market එකක් තියෙනවා external market එකක්. Internally supply කරත් එකයි නැතත් එකයි. When there is a perfect market, the best transfer pricing mechanism is to market-based transfer price. Market-based transfer price. Okay. So first I will summarize what are the pricing mechanism we can use. Transfer pricing, transfer price, perfect market, imperfect market. Imperfect market. Okay. And the perfect market, the best method to deal with market-based transfer price. Market-based transfer price. Market based, because the reason is if you have not transfer internally, you can sell externally. That is called perfect market condition. There's unsatisfied demand is there. Okay. Then imperfect market, there are two conditions. No market. There's a market, but external market is not sufficient to your production capacity. That is called, we call imperfect. Imperfect. Okay, imperfect. When there's a no market, mainly you can use marginal cost based. Marginal cost based transfer price. Okay. In the imperfect also, there's a partial demand, then you can use either full cost basis or marginal cost. Marginal cost basis also you can use. For imperfect market, perfect market, imperfect market, and the imperfect market, there's no market condition and imperfect or unsatisfied supply. Okay, demand is very limited. Okay, prior to move to the imperfect market, first we will look at about perfect market condition. Perfect market condition. When perfect market available, we can use market-based transfer price. Market-based transfer price. Market-based transfer price. In the market-based transfer price, what it means? You can use market price as the transfer price. Market price as a transfer price. Therefore, shall we write it down under market-based transfer price? Write it down. When supplying division has a perfect market, for their product, for their product, the market prices, the market price is the ideal price to transfer the product internally. 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 Okay, it's like this. This is supplying division. Okay. This is receiving division. Receiving division එක කියලා කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? Division or department which purchased the product. This is called receiving division. Receiving division. Supplying division, this is the division who sells the product. This is the division who purchased the product. Purchase the product. Okay. Supplying division and receiving division. Then, if the supplying division has a perfect market, perfect market, assume they will sell at 150 rupees each. 150 rupees each. The internal transfer price or minimum transfer price should be market-based transfer price. There might be some, if there's an internal cost saving, it need to be adjusted. Then your transfer price sells at market price. Market-based price, okay? Market-based price. Perfect market, assume no selling expenses, it will sell at 150 each. Therefore, when you are going to determine minimum and maximum price, minimum price should be market price, maximum price should be external supplier price. When you are going to determine the optimal transfer price, you will compare market-based transfer price against the external supplier price. External supplier price. I will assume external supplier price as 175. Then your minimum transfer price, minimum transfer price equal 150, maximum transfer price 175. In between any price is optimal. We call optimal transfer pricing range. Optimal transfer pricing range. Optimal transfer pricing range. There is a high probability to check the transfer pricing question in this time. I think you might have gone through the pilot paper. Okay, I will discuss the transfer pricing question in the pilot paper. I will send a video. Then you can do the computation. I will explain it and you can do it, and while I am doing the explanation, you can correct the accuracy of the answer. Okay. Minimum transfer price 150, maximum transfer price is 175. That's how market-based transfer price work. Okay. Market-based transfer price, you will determine the transfer price based on the market prices. Clear? Okay. There is an example, market prices. A company has two profit centers, A and B. A sells half of its output to on the open market and transfers other half to B. Okay. Have to be okay. Cost and external revenue. Cost and external revenues in an accounting period are as follow. Okay, external sales only given, internal sales not been given. Discuss the consequences of setting a transfer price at market value. If perfect market exists, transfer price should be set at market price. Okay, we'll look at this illustration and how we will compute the profitability. There are two divisions called division A, division B. Division A, division A, division B, I will take overall company. Overall company. Overall company. Okay. Division A, division B and overall company. Okay. First I will take sales. Now only external sales being given. There might be some internal sales because 50% of product being transferred internally. Okay. Internal, external. Internal and external. Look at. A sells half of its output on the open market and transfer other half to B. Okay, external sales of division A is 8 million. ඒ කියන්නේ 50% external market එකේ විකුණනවා කියන්නේ ඉතුරු 50% internally transfer කරාලු. Market based transfer price ගත්තා නම් එහෙනම් internal transfer එකත් කරන්න නැති කීයද මිලියන 8ටම 8 million. 50% internally, 50% externally. Division B external sales only 24 million, no internal sale, it is 24 million. Please remember, when we are going to recognize the revenue, we will not consider the internal transfer, internal revenue. Make මෙයා 8 million මෙයාට විකුණලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ හින්දා ගන්නේ නෑ. Internal sales should not consider. External sales altogether 32 million. 32 million. Cost of production. Division A total cost of production is 12 million. Okay, 12 million. Division B 10 million. Division B 10 million. Total this cost beared for external part 22 million. When assessing divisional profitability, okay, this sale of division A become a cost of division B. Therefore, cost of internal transfer. Internal transfer. It's a revenue to division A, it become a cost to division B, 8 million. But remember, internal sales and purchase will not consider for company column because it is an internal transfer. It is a revenue to division A, cost to division B. If you now calculate divisional profitability and company profitability, net profit. Net profit 16 minus 12, 4 million. 24 minus 18, 6 million. All together 10 million. 10 million. Okay. Therefore, internal transfers should not be counted when calculating overall company profitability. The reason is one division it become revenue, the same amount will be opposed to the receiving division. Okay, that's how we will calculate the overall profitability. Therefore, you can write down a note: market-based transfer price, market-based transfer price, market-based transfer price is suitable for the products which have a perfect market, perfect external market. It has a perfect external market. Okay, there's an illustration, market-based transfer price. There is an illustration. Okay, shall we read it? Veeravansha and Company manufactures and sells two products called MR and NR. ඒ කියන්නේ මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂයි නාමල් රාජපක්ෂයි නෙමෙයි. හරිද? These two products are producing in the two divisions of the company. Division A produces product MR and Division B produces the product NR. Both products have an external market. That means there's a perfect external market available. However, Division B can use MR as an alternative raw material to produce NR, which requires 2 units of MR. Following information has been provided. Okay. Selling price. MR 150, NR 240 නෙමෙයි යක වෙනස් කරගන්න 500 කියලා. NR selling price is 500. Material cost 30 rupees for division A per unit. Note number 1 given for division B. Sorry, NR. Direct labor 30-40. Variable production overhead also being given. Fixed production overhead given. Production capacity also being given. Division A offers 1 unit of MR at 150 to Division B. Division A එකෙන් හදන්නේ MR එකක් විකුණන්න එයා propose කරනවා 150 ගානේ. However, if internally transferred, the packaging cost of 5 rupees per unit can be avoided. Internal transfer කරනවා නම් මොකද වෙන්නේ? Internally transfer කරනවා නම් රුපියල් 5ක් ඉතුරු කරගන්න පුළුවන් packaging cost එක. Okay. Division B can purchase externally at a price of 160 rupees per each unit. Both product is unlimited demand. Determine the optimum transfer pricing range. Show the divisional profitability. අපිට determine කරන්න වෙනවා මොකද්ද? Minimum and maximum transfer price. minimum and maximum transfer price. First we will look at the what is the current situation. Okay, this is the arrangement. This is MR, product MR, that is division A, product MR. There is a product NR in division B. NR. Production 10,000 here it is production 5,000. Material 30. Labor 30. Variable production overhead 20. Fixed production overhead 20. Total cost 100. External selling price 150. External selling price 150. This one MR, they can purchase either internally at a price of external supplier price $160. We need to determine. Now remember, 2 units of MR required to produce 1 unit. Therefore, entire production we can transfer NR or division B to satisfy the production of 5,000 units. We need to determine. Now at present, proposed transfer price is 150. Transfer price is equal to 150 they are proposing. 150 they are proposing. Now you need to decide whether we need to accept this one or not. Okay. If we have not accepted, they can sell entire product to the external market. Then it is useless to transfer below 150. On the other hand, if division B decided to purchase external supplier, they have to purchase them at 160. Now you need to decide minimum and maximum transfer pricing range in order to determine the optimal transfer price. Okay, we'll take the minimum transfer price. Minimum transfer price, since it has a perfect market, you have to take marginal cost. What is 30, 30, 20, altogether 80. Marginal cost is 80 plus opportunity cost 70. It is 150 anyway. That is market price, is the minimum price. Maximum price should be how much? External supplier price minus any internal cost saving from the transfer. Now you can see, because they won't sell lower than this, because if they sell internally, externally they can earn 150. Therefore, minimum transfer price and maximum transfer price. Minimum and maximum transfer price. They can go up to 150 rupees per unit. If we willing to transfer, as an example, now NR can argue, if you transfer internally, okay, if you transfer internally, you can save packaging cost. Packaging cost 5 rupees. Okay. Therefore, you need to transfer 5 rupees to myself, because I don't want the packaging cost. Therefore, your maximum price, we are not determining external supplier price minus any internal cost saving you can ask, then it will be 155. 155. Okay. You will give, okay, I will give entire 150. I don't want lower than that. You will transfer 150 each. Okay. My maximum transfer price is 155. Therefore, in between any price is optimal. Therefore, manager of division B will accept optimal transfer pricing range. Optimal transfer pricing range. Got my point? Therefore, he will accept to purchase at 150. Now we will look at profitability of both division. Division of product A, division A, division A, division B, and overall company. Overall company. That means simply maximum transfer price mean they can charge 155 maximally. Even they charge 155, they will purchase. Okay. Because there's a 5 rupee saving. Okay. Sales revenue. Sales. Internal and external. Internal and external. Okay, internal sales 10,000 units, 10,000 unit at 150. 150. This would be 1.5 million division A. 1.5 million division B. No, internal sales will not count. External sales division B, that is NR, selling price is 500 into 5,000. Selling price 500. Then it is 2.5 million. $2.5 million. 2.5 million. That is sales. Now we'll take the remaining cost, variable cost. Variable or cost. We'll take the cost. Material. Material. Okay, I have made a mistake here. In optimal transfer pricing, this is 5 rupees from here, it will save. Saving of 5 rupees. If internally we transfer, we can save 5 rupees packaging cost. So 5 rupees packaging cost. 5 rupees packaging cost for internal transfers. Therefore, the minimum transfer price should be 150 minus 5, it is 145. Here it should be external supply price of 160. Okay, that should be changed as like that. That was I am thinking. Therefore, optimal transfer pricing range should be simply minimum 145, maximum 160. This is the optimal transfer pricing range. Optimal transfer pricing range. When we are going to determine the maximum price, you can, that 5% saving you can transfer to receiving division. As an example, 145 you can charge, but you will charge 150%, 150 rupees. Or you can charge 145, you will transfer that 5% saving to division B. Okay, that can be done. Material. Okay, material cost 30 rupees per unit. Therefore, division A, 30 into 10,000, 300,000 need to be deducted. Material cost, note number 1, it says about internal purchases, but I will not include here. I will include a separate line. Therefore, 300,000 paid to external. Therefore, 300,000 you need to deduct, 300,000. Now, this internal purchase, internal purchase, transfer, internal transfer. Internal transfer 1.5 million revenue to division A, it will be a cost to division B 1.5 million. Remember, it will not count the overall company column. Okay. Direct labor. Direct labor. 30 rupees for MR, that means division A. Okay. MR, division A. For 30 rupees. 30 into 10,000, it is 300,000. 300,000. Division B, 40 rupees per unit. Production of NR 5,000. 5,000 into 40, 200,000. Total 500,000. Variable production overhead. Variable production overhead. 20 rupees for division AOMR. 20 into 10,000, 200,000. 200,000. 30 into 5,000, 150,000. Altogether 350,000. Fixed production overhead. Fixed production overhead. 20 rupees for MR, that division A. 20 into 10,000, 200,000. Division B, 40 into 5,000, 200,000. Total 400,000. Now you can calculate divisional profitability and overall company profitability. Wait. We need to make a change. Material 30 rupees. Okay. Material packaging cost. If internally transfer, packaging cost of 5 rupees per unit can be avoided. That means here not 30, this become 25, because 30 rupees the material cost, packaging cost is 5 rupees. This should be 25 rupees then. Or you can separately adjust it. No need to do it. We'll adjust here into the material cost. 250,000. 250. Here we need to make the change. 250,000. 250,000. Okay, that's fine. Now calculate profitability. Or you can separately adjust it if you want. Division A, net profit. Net profit. Net profit. 1.5 million minus 550. Net profit is 550 for division A, that is MR product. NR mean division B. $650. Total 1.2 million, is it? Sorry. Not 650. 550. 450. This should be 450. Total 1 million. Total 1 million. Total 1 million. Okay. That is the overall company profitability. Assume if division B purchased from external supplier, what would be the impact? Okay, instead of purchasing internally, if we purchase from external supplier, what would be the impact? We can calculate the same if we assume if we decided or if management decide to purchase externally, no internal purchases, what will happen? What will happen to the total cost and total profitability? We will see. If externally purchased, division A, division B, overall company, sales, no internal sales, all are external. External market you can sell per division A, that means MR can sell at 150, 10,000, 1.5 million. Division B, 500 into 5,000, 2.5 million. Total, all our external sales, revenue will be 4 million. Then cost. Material. Division A, now there is no packaging cost saving, entire 30 rupees you need to spend, 30 into 10,000, this should be 300,000. Division B, what is the value? Now you need to purchase at 160. 160 into 2 unit required each into 5,000. 1.6 million. 1.6 million. Total 1.9 million. Okay. Direct labor. 30 into 10,000, 300,000. NR, 40 into 5,000, 200,000. Altogether 500,000. Variable production overhead. 20 rupees per unit, 20 into 10,000, 200,000. Division B, 30 into 5,000, 150,000. 350,000. Fixed production overhead. 20 into 10,000, 200,000. 40 into 5,000, 200,000. Total 400,000. Net profit. Take the net profit of division A, become 500,000. Net profit of division B, $350,000. Total company profit, 850,000. Now you can see, if you decided to purchase from external supplier, your total overall company profitability will from 1 million to 850. Okay, clear? Therefore, it has been fallen from 1 million to 850,000 by how much? 150,000 your price or profit being fallen. That is market-based transfer pricing. Okay. Okay. Now, you can either, now as I said earlier, you can share this benefit among division B. You can charge either not 150, you can charge either 147 because it is beneficial to you. Your minimum price is 150. Okay, I think I have to make a correction somewhere else. Now, when we are going to determine minimum and maximum transfer price, again I will summarize. It should be like this. Minimum transfer price if it is a market-based transfer price, external market price, minus any cost saving from internal transfer. Maximum transfer price, external supplier price. It should be external supplier price. No introduction. It should be external supply price. It need to be changed, as I said earlier. Therefore, this is how we'll determine optimum transfer price. The adjusted market price, if any cost saving that we have written down earlier, adjusted market price, you can share the saving, internal cost saving among the receiving division. You can charge as an external market price is 150 here, cost saving 545 you can charge minimum, but you can charge, you have charged 150 itself. You can give 147, 148, 149, even 145. It is beneficial to supplying division. Okay, that's all about market-based transfer pricing. Now we will move imperfect market condition. If there's no perfect market, assume there's no market, okay, then what should be the minimum transfer price? The next one, no market, no external market. No external market. No external market. No external market. If there's no external market, the minimum transfer price is marginal cost. Marginal cost. Maximum transfer price, external supplier price. External supply price. If there's no market, minimum transfer price, at least you need to cover your marginal cost or variable cost. Therefore, minimum transfer price should be, if there's no market, mean you can't, if internally it has been rejected to purchase, you can't sell in external market. Therefore, minimum transfer price should be the marginal cost. Okay. Then you can either use different pricing method. Assume if there's no market, if there's an imperfect market, you can use this concept. There are some pricing method, full cost plus pricing, price, marginal cost plus price. But remember, whatever the pricing method used, it should be fall in between marginal cost minimum and maximum transfer pricing range. That is we call optimal transfer price. Write it down. When there's imperfect market exists, when there's an imperfect market exists, when there's imperfect market exists, when there's imperfect market exists, cost-based transfer prices cost-based transfer prices will be used. Cost-based transfer prices will be used. When there is no demand in external market, 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 the minimum transfer price should be marginal cost of the product, should be the marginal cost of the product. Should be the marginal cost of the product. Okay, first we'll move, there's a method called full cost plus pricing mean. We'll determine price after calculation of full cost plus profit markup. As an example, direct material, direct labor, variable production and fixed production overhead also will be added. Then we'll determine the profit markup and then determine the selling price. That is full cost markup price. But assume if no external demand, if external supply price is higher than that, then you can charge full cost plus pricing or marginal cost plus pricing based on the minimum and maximum pricing range. Okay, we'll look at 2.7.1 example, then we'll decide which price should be charged. Okay. Sunil Brother Limited has two product division called A and B. The production and demand details are as follows. Division A, external demand 1000 units, unit cost 100, selling price 150. Division B, 3000 units, unit cost 150, selling price 350. Division B can use the production of the Division A as their raw material. The external demand of the Division A is limited to 500 units. Balance quantity can be transferred to the Division B. Other than that, there is no external demand for the production of Division A. Manager of the Division A proposed to transfer the balance production to 150. Division B can be purchased similar type of material from the external supplier at a cost of 125 rupees per each. The given material unit cost is excluding the material cost. Okay. Determine the price that need to be charged in order to maximize the overall company profit. Okay. Now this is the situation. There are two divisions. This is division A. Division A. There's a division called division B. Division B. Lamai, there's a change. External demand. External demand, cut it down, that is production. Production 1000 unit. Okay. Production, ek demand neme, production 1000 units. Because external demand says 500. External demand (500) units. They can be sold at 150 each. Okay. External 500. Balance. There is a balance 500. Balance 500. You can transfer internally. Sales internally. Remember, division B can purchase same kind of material from external supplier. External supplier at a price of 125. Here production cost per unit is 100. What should be the minimum and maximum transfer price? Maximum transfer price anyway, external supply price of 125. Minimum transfer price, you can at least, you need to cover the cost of the division. You can charge, even it is a marginal cost, you can charge a marginal cost, but here it is given the unit cost. I will take minimum cost as 100. 100. Profit will be maximized, optimized if you charge any price in between 100 and 125. This is the optimal transfer pricing range for 500 units only, okay? Optimal transfer price for 500 units only. Only for 500 units. 100 to 125. These 500 units, if you transfer entire production, should be transferred at 150 each. Because you have a market for 500 units. Therefore, your minimum transfer price should be 100 for 100 and maximum 125 for the remaining production. Remaining production. There is no market. There is no market for 500 excess production. Units of excess production. There is no external market for 500 units of excess production. Okay. Put a stomach and write it down. Generally, marginal cost-based transfer price, marginal cost-based transfer pricing, marginal cost-based transfer pricing can be used as minimum transfer price, as a minimum transfer price, as a minimum transfer price, as a minimum transfer price for the product, for the product which does not have any external market, for the product which does not have any external market. Okay, next topic, write it down. Dual rate transfer pricing. 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 Okay. At the beginning, what I have said, due to divisional autonomy, there will be suboptimal decisions. Suboptimal decision කියලා කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? Suboptimal decision කියලා කියන්නේ එක එක්කෙනා තමන්ගේ profit එක maximize කරනකොට best solution will not be selected. Okay, suboptimal decision. Therefore, when they make suboptimal decision, overall company profit will be diluted in some instances. To eliminate it, what you have to do? Suboptimal decision should be eliminated. To eliminate suboptimal decision, dual rate transfer pricing can be adopted. How we will do it? Now, when we are using dual rate transfer pricing, there are two divisions. This is called supplying division. Supplying division. Supplying division. Okay. This is called receiving division. Receiving division. Okay. Supplying division කියන්නේ product එක විකුණන එක්කෙනා. Their objective is to maximize the revenue. Maximize revenue. Maximize revenue. Therefore, you will allow them to, okay, you want to maximize your revenue, you can charge market price. Okay. They will allow to charge market price. Even though they have no demand, no perfect demand, they can charge market price. Okay. Receiving division, their objective is to minimize purchase cost. Purchase cost. Minimize purchase cost. If they charge market price, if they record at market price, their cost will goes up. In order to satisfy them, we will allow them to charge marginal cost of production. They can record their purchases at marginal cost. දැන් මෙයා දැම්මනම් selling price එක රුපියල් 150ට marginal cost එක 100 නම් මෙයා record කරන්නේ purchase එක 100ට. Now there is a difference. That difference will be adjusted in company column. Okay, got it? Therefore, this is called dual rate transfer pricing. Dual rate transfer pricing. Therefore, supplying division will record at market price, receiving division will record at marginal cost or variable cost. The difference will be adjusted to the company column. Okay, we'll look at an example. We'll look at with the past paper. That's better. Okay, shall we move to a past paper? It's there in page number 32. Page number 32. 2016 December. 2016 December. Okay. පොඩි arrangement එකක් කියන්න ඕනේ. දැන් pass papers අපිට මෙතන කතා කරන්න බැරි වෙන දේවල් ටික අපි පොඩි වීඩියෝ එකකින් ඒක කතා කරනවා. එතකොට අපේ WhatsApp group එක තියෙන ඒකට මම share කරන්න පුළුවන්. ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් මේ වීඩියෝ එක හම්බුනට පස්සේ ඔයාලා WhatsApp group එක කරා මට ප්‍රශ්න ටික එවන්න පුළුවන්. තවමත් මගේ contact ටික නැත්නම් මම අවසානයේදී දෙන්නම් මගේ email address එක ඕ contact number එක මම එතකොට මට share කරන්න පුළුවන් WhatsApp group link එක. එතකොට communication අපිට ඉක්මනට කරන්න පුළුවන් නිසා. Okay. Shall we move to 2016 December? Question number 4. Techno Private Limited. Okay. Techno Private Limited is a computer assembling company. දැන් බලන්න මේ වෙනකන් තේරුම් නැත්නම් මේකෙම try කරන්න අපි completely මේක ඉවර කරමු. Techno Private Limited is a computer assembling company that is part of DPP Group. Okay. Many of the required computer parts are bought from outside suppliers. However, the computer motherboard is supplied by QTech Private Limited, a sister company of the group. The current transfer price of motherboard of QTech charges TPL are set by group head office by adding 30% profit markup to the total variable cost relating to production and delivery. Okay. The managing director of QTech argues that the fixed cost should also be taken into the consideration when setting the transfer price. He further stated that he is willing to reduce the markup to 10% in this case. TPL is also unhappy with the current pricing policy. Since the price of motherboard same quality in the external market is 11,500. The present requirement of TPL is 20,000 motherboards per month. Okay. Okay. The cost per motherboard, raw material 7,000, direct labor 5,500, variable production cost 500. Okay, you might feel the same energy like normal classroom is not available since we are doing the class without any single student. Okay, that energy is not there. That's the problem. Fixed overhead are charged 20% on total variable production cost per unit. QTech presently serves both external market and demand of TPL. Deliveries to both markets are made by an outsourced distributor who charges QTech 200 per motherboard. QTech expect that external market demand for motherboard could not be increased in short run. You are the management accountant working at the head office of DPP Group. A. Calculate the prices at which QTech sells motherboard to TPL under the existing pricing policy, and when it applies the full cost plus 10% profit markup as proposed by the managing director of QTech. Assess the possible change in TPL profit and maximum loss to DPP Group if TPL independent in making purchasing decision. Explain dual rate transfer pricing policy and how whether it applicable in the above scenario. Okay. හරි අපි බලමු මොකක්ද කරන්න පුළුවන් අපිට making best transfer price range එක මොකක්ද current policy එකට ගියොත් impact එක කොච්චරක් වෙනවද සහ dual rate transfer pricing apply කරන්න පුළුවන්ද. Okay. First, we'll look at present transfer pricing policy. Present transfer price. Present transfer price. Currently, present transfer price 30% profit markup the total variable cost relating to the production and delivery. Okay. Raw material. Raw material 7,000. Direct labor 1,500. Variable production overhead 500. Therefore, how we'll determine the price? This is total variable production cost 9,000. Variable production cost. $9,000. Here, current policy, you will add 30% profit markup to the total variable cost relating to the production and delivery. This is production variable cost related to the production and delivery. Delivery is 200 rupees per motherboard. Delivery cost. $200. Total 9,200. 9,200. Variable cost relating to production and delivery. 9,200. Okay. You need to add 30% profit markup. Markup කියලා කියන්නේ 30% on cost. 30% on cost 2,760. Selling price. Selling price 11,960. මේ තමයි current transfer price එක. We are charging 11,960. Okay, 11,960. Proposed transfer price එක බලමු මොකක්ද කියලා. Proposed transfer price. The managing director of QTech argues that the fixed cost should also be taken into consideration when setting the transfer price. He further stated that he is willing to reduce the markup to 10% in this case. Okay. එයා 10% charge කරන්න කියලා කියනවා. Fixed production overhead එකත් මේ අපිට consider කරන්න කියලා කියනවා. හරි. We'll look at proposed transfer price. Proposed transfer price. I'll take variable production cost. We have already found variable production cost. 9,000. 9,000. Variable production cost 9,000. Fixed overheads are charged 20% of total variable production cost. You have to add 20% from variable production cost. Okay. Add fixed production. 20%, 1,800. Then, anyway, you have to add delivery cost. It's a variable cost. Delivery cost. $200. Total, full cost. Full cost, 11,000. Full cost 11,000. Then profit markup will reduce to 10%. යා කිව්වේ කලින් තිබ්බ එකට අමතරව මේකේ variable cost එක විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. මේකට fixed production cost එකත් එකතු කරන්න ඕනේ. fixed production overhead cost එක බලන්නේ කොහොමද? variable cost එකෙන් 20%. We have added it. 10% markup 1,100. Proposed transfer price 12,100. Proposed transfer price 12,100. Remember, similar kind of motherboard equal to 11,500. Okay. Part A, both answer we have done. Part B, assess the possible change TPL profit and maximum loss to the DPP group if TPL is independent in making purchasing decision. Okay. TPL, now they are purchasing the motherboard from QTech. QTech lagin purchase karanne. This is QTech. TPL. QTech sells to TPL. Current transfer price 11,960. Proposed TP 12,100. Now TPL external supplier price equal to 11,500. Okay. If TPL is independent to make their own decision, what will happen? They will reject to purchase from QTech. Okay, QTech. They will purchase it from external supplier. Therefore, you have to mention, since internal transfer prices are higher than external supplier price external supplier price, TPL will purchase motherboards from external suppliers at a price of 11,500 each. TPL will purchase externally 11,500. Habay. If they decide to purchase 11,500 external market, if you look at the real scenario, what is the incremental cost of production? incremental or marginal cost of production and delivery only 9200 ඇතුලේ හැදුවා නම් 9200ට හදලා ඩිලිවර් කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. හැබැයි අපි ගෙවන්න යනවා 11500ක්. තේරුණාද? ඇතුලේ හැදුවා නම් වේරියබල් කොස්ට් එක 9200යි යන්නේ. හරිද? මෙතන මෙයා කියනවා one first para එකේ කියනවා sorry last para QTech presently serve both external market and demand of TPL. That means QTech has sufficient capacity to sell internally and externally both. If TPL decide to not to purchase from QTech, they can't sell internally. That means idle capacity will be there. දැනට එයාට internal external ඒගොල්ලන්ටම දෙන්න capacity එක තියෙනවලු. That means if TPL refused to purchase, QTech has excess capacity. There's no market to the balance production, excess production. Okay, therefore they need to charge marginal cost of production and delivery. If TPL decided to, therefore we have decided the minimum transfer price and maximum transfer price. I'll come to this point. I will put here star mark. There is a sufficient capacity. Capacity to serve both internal and external market. QTech එකට market දෙකම satisfy කරන්න පුළුවන්. If TPL decide to not to purchase from QTech, what will happen? There is an idle capacity. Excess production has no market. Okay, therefore minimum transfer price. Minimum transfer price. Minimum transfer price. Minimum transfer price should be marginal cost. Since excess capacity available, no opportunity cost. Maximum transfer price, external supplier price. Marginal cost is 9200. External supplier price 11,500. Remember, if you decide to purchase from external supplier, the company will lose 2,300 per each unit you are purchasing from external market. Okay, we'll calculate the maximum loss. Okay, I'll calculate the maximum loss to the group. Maximum loss to the group. External supplier price. $11,500. Internal marginal cost. Marginal cost of in-house production. Marginal cost of in-house production 9,200. Loss per unit 2,300. Monthly demand 20,000 units. 20,000 units. Total loss from external purchase. Total loss from external purchase. Each unit you have a loss of 2,300. Monthly demand 20,000 per annum. Per annum how much? Calculate the value. Monthly how much? 2,300 into 20,000 mean 46 million per month. 46 million into 12 months. Okay. 552 million. 552 million per annum or 46 million per month. 46 million per month. $46 million per month. Okay. Therefore, if they purchase at 11,500, total group, remember, this is loss to the group. Loss to the group. Loss to the group will be 552 million per annum. If you look at about TPL, currently charge price 11,960, you will purchase at 11,500 profit to TPL. How much? 11,960 now 11,500. 460 each. Monthly demand. Profit per unit. Monthly demand 20,000. Therefore, profit 9.2 million. Profit increase to TPL. For TPL monthly. Profit will increase by 9.2 million to TPL, but overall group level, it will result a loss of 552 million or 46 million per month. මාසයකට 40 මිලියන 46ක් හරි අවුරුද්දට මිලියන 552ක loss එකක් වෙනවා මේ current transfer pricing එක ගියොත්. Therefore, you should determine the optimal transfer pricing in between 9,200 and 11,500 because QTech has sufficient capacity to supply internally. Therefore, marginal cost-based transfer price should be adapted. Okay. Now, this impact you can eliminate while adapting dual rate transfer price. How can we do that? If we apply dual rate transfer price, receiving division, that is TPL, will record their purchase as 9,200. Supplying division, they can record whatever the price they want, 12,100 previously proposed transfer price. Ultimately, both parties will satisfied. Okay, we'll write it down like this. Under that, write it down. To avoid suboptimal decisions, 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 suboptimal decisions. TPL can, so DPP group can adopt, DPP group can adopt dual rate transfer price, dual rate transfer price, dual rate transfer price as follows. QTech. This is supplying division. Supplying division. Record revenue at proposed transfer price of 12,100 is the proposal. 12,100. TPL, receiving division. Record internal purchases, internal purchases at variable or marginal cost. Marginal cost. That means marginal cost equal 9,200. 9,200. Since 9,200 is lower than external supply price, TPL will definitely purchase from QTech. Okay. Since TPL record the purchase at 9,200 per unit, TPL will purchase from QTech. Suboptimal decision will be eliminated. Okay. We'll write it down. Since marginal cost is lower than external supplier price, is lower than external supplier price, is lower than external supplier price, 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 TPL will purchase, TPL will purchase, TPL will purchase motherboards, TPL will purchase motherboards, TPL will purchase motherboards from external suppliers, will not purchase motherboards from external suppliers, will not purchase motherboards from external suppliers. Okay. 2016 December 1 done. I need to give a summary. You need to make the correction at the inception. I have given a summary note, minimum and maximum transfer price. It need to be changed as like this. Minimum transfer price. මට කලින් මොකක්hari mistake එකක් වුණා කියලා මට හිතුණා. Minimum transfer price. Minimum transfer price. It should be different methods are there. Marginal cost plus opportunity cost. opportunity cost. Minus any cost saving from internal supply, internal transfer. Maximum should be external supplier price. External supply price. It's like that. As an example, your marginal cost might be 100. You can sell the product into the market at 150. That means opportunity cost will be 50. If you transfer internal, you can save 5 rupees. Then 145 is your minimum if you have a perfect market. Okay, we'll take a break and we'll move to the next session, next part, that is performance evaluation or divisional performance evaluation. I think you have get an idea. When you are going to set optimal transfer price, it should be set in between minimum and maximum transfer price is the optimal. Okay, we'll do a few illustration, then you can get an idea about what is the optimal transfer price. We'll take a break and come back.